this is CVR English and it's time to roll the primetime news hour once again with me, Anukriti Sharma. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has arrived in Pakistan's Islamabad in style on Tuesday to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization or the SCO summit, marking a historic visit as it is the first one by a senior Indian minister in years. Upon landing at the Noor Khan Air Base, Jaishankar received a rather warm welcome from senior Pakistani officials. And in his remarks at the summit, Jaishankar emphasized the importance of territorial integrity and cooperation based on mutual respect. Shankar has identified terrorism, extremism and separatism as significant challenges right now, asserting that genuine partnerships are absolutely and utterly essential for cooperation among the nations. Highlighting the difficult global context, including the Israel, Hamas, Hezbollah and the Russia-Ukraine conflicts, he called upon multifaceted regional cooperation to foster further growth and prevent conflict. This two-day meeting, chaired by Pakistan's Prime Minister Sharif, focuses on the trade and the economic agenda of the SCO. Watch this. Speaking of our External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, amid this ongoing India-Canada row, an old video of his is now making the rounds on social media. It's practically all over the internet. You see, Jaishankar on June 8, 2023, that's practically last year, had spoken about the reports of late Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's assassination being celebrated in Canada. He had stated, and I quote, "I think there is a bigger issue involved here. Frankly, we are at a loss of understanding other than the requirements of fulfilling a vote bank, other than the requirements of vote bank politics, why anybody would act like this. I think there is a larger underlying issue about the whole space which is given to separatists, to the extremists and to those people who advocate violence. I think it is not good for relationships, especially not good for Canada." Unquote. Furthermore, he also responded to a question about comments by Canada's National Security Advisor that India tends to interfere a lot in domestic politics. he did come back in a rather witty fashion, stating, and I'm quoting him again here, the phrase which comes to my mind is, Ulta chor kotwal ko dante. Now, viewers, as the India versus Canada crisis deepens further, after the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or the RSMP, alleged that Indian diplomats were involved in the killing of Sikh separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar, Canadian Sikh MP Jagmeet Singh has further intensified this political tension. Jagmeet Singh, who happens to be a former ally of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and also known for his pro-Khalistanian stance, has faced a barrage of tough questions from journalists over his call for sanctions against the Indian diplomats amid the standoff between India and Canada. In a recently held press conference in Ottawa on Tuesday, Jagmeet Singh requested for an emergency meeting with the Public Security Committee to better understand if there are other steps that they can take to protect the Canadians. Jagmeet Singh demanded sanctions on India, which, in an unexpected twist, turned out to be a moment for laughter for the Canadian journalists. In the meantime, watch this video of Jaishankar's, which is now going viral all over social media.
Criminals from India, you have given them visas. The Newton's law of politics will apply there also. We have been telling Canada, saying, look, these are wanted criminals from India. You have given them visas. They have come, many of them, in false documentation. Given these kinds of extremism, separatism, advocates of violence a certain legitimacy in the name of free speech. The Newton's law of politics will apply there also. On this particular report which has come, I also saw it yesterday night. I was coming to Odisha in the morning. Okay, I mean, somebody may have been arrested, the police may have done some investigation. But the fact is, number of gangland people, number of people with organized crime links from Punjab have been made welcome in Canada. We have been telling Canada, saying, look, these are wanted criminals from India. You have given them visas. They have come, many of them, in false documentation. And yet you allow them to live there. If you decide to import for political purposes people with very dubious, actually very negative background, there will be issues. They have, in some cases, created problems in their own country as a result of their own policies. No, why would we fear? I mean, if something happened there, it is for them to worry about. Our biggest problem right now is in Canada, because in Canada, actually, today the party in power in Canada, other parties in Canada have given these kinds of extremism, separatism, advocates of violence a certain legitimacy in the name of free speech. See, when you tell them something, their answer is, no, we are a democracy, but it is free speech. But the point that they need to understand, this kind of, it's no longer a world which runs as a one-way street. That if there are things which happen out there, there will be pushback. The Newton's law of politics will apply there also. That there will be a reaction. Others will, take steps or counter it. When I see, for example, these kinds of attacks or threats to our embassies, because they concern me very deeply. And I tell the foreign minister, saying, suppose it happened to you. If it was your diplomat, your embassy, your flag, how would you react? So we have.
Meanwhile, in Canada, an emergency was closely avoided. In Canada, an Air India flight en route to Chicago was diverted and it was made to land at the Iqaluit airport as a precautionary measure due to a potential security threat. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or the RCMP, is now currently investigating the nature of this threat to ensure the safety and the security of all the passengers and the crew. In the interim, Air India has also confirmed that a Canadian Air Force plane is also facilitating the transportation of the passengers from Iqaluit to Chicago, ensuring they can continue their journey. However, it still remains unclear when the original Air India flight will be permitted to take off again. Authorities are currently working diligently to assess the situation, and further updates will be provided minute by minute as this investigation unfolds. This incident underscores the ongoing vigilance regarding aviation security in the light of the emerging threats. Shifting the lens now to India, President Draupadi Murmu has finally departed from Algeria, concluding her visit to North Africa, and is now heading to Mauritania. During her time in Algeria, President Murmu engaged in discussions aimed at strengthening the bilateral ties between the two nations, focusing on areas such as trade, investment, and also cultural exchange. Her upcoming visit to Mauritania is expected to further enhance India's diplomatic relations in the region, with plans to further explore collaborative opportunities in the various sectors. The President's tour reflects India's firm commitment and dedication to deepening its partnerships furthermore in Africa. In Uttar Pradesh's Bahraich, the local police have conducted a flag march following the recent incidents of violence in the area. This initiative aims to restore peace and reassure the community of their safety. Officers, along with the local leaders and the politicians, paraded through the streets of the region, emphasizing a message of unity and calm and peace. The police presence during this entire march was also intended to deter any potential unrest or unsafety and to promote a sense of security among the residents of that region. Authorities are now closely monitoring the situation and they remain committed to maintaining law and order in the wake of these recent disturbances.
पीएससी की और सिविल पुलिस की ज्वाइंट पुलिस गठित करके वहाँ पर डिप्लॉय कर दिया गया है और बाकी सभी जो हमारे कस्बे हैं विशेष करके हमारा बहराइच का जो एरिया है सिटी का यहाँ पर हम लोग पीएससी के साथ पूरा फुट पेट्रोलिंग कर रहे हैं ताकि लोगों में विश्वास पैदा हो और किस तरह की कोई अराजकता फैलाने वाले जो लोग हैं उनमें डर भय पैदा हो और उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई की जाए।
जो अराजक तत्व दिख रहे हैं क्या उनको चिन्हित करके आप लोग डिटेन या कार्रवाई करने का
चिन्हित किया जा रहा है उन लोगों को चिन्हित करके कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
फिलहाल अगर जनपद में अभी इंटरनेट भी काम नहीं कर रहा है, क्या लग रहा है बहाल हो सकता है जल्दी क्योंकि लोग खासा परेशान है?
इसमें तो वरिष्ठ अधिकारी बताएंगे।
स्थिति सामान्य है?
बिल्कुल सामान्य है।
थैंक यू।
Shifting focus down south of India in Bengaluru, All India Congress Committee's General Secretary K.C. Venugopal has met with the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar to discuss key political strategies and party affairs in Karnataka. This meeting aimed to strengthen the coordination within the Congress party and to also address the ongoing issues in the state. Venugopal emphasized the importance of unity among the party leaders and also highlighted the upcoming initiatives to further enhance the governance and the public outreach. Both Siddaramaiah as well as Shivakumar expressed their commitment towards working together to tackle these challenges together and to also drive further development in the state of Karnataka. Speaking of Andhra Pradesh, in Amravati, Chief Minister Nara Chandrababu Naidu held a press conference recently to unveil a comprehensive policy framework which is aimed at boosting the state's manufacturing sector. During this briefing, Babu outlined key initiatives designed to further enhance industrial productivity, attract more investments and to create more job opportunities for the people there. Naidu emphasized the government's commitment towards fostering a conducive environment for all businesses by simplifying the regulations and also promoting skill development. He also highlighted the potential for technological innovation along with infrastructure improvement to further drive growth in the field of manufacturing. The Chief Minister expressed his confidence that these measures overall would significantly contribute to the economic development of the state of Andhra Pradesh. Watch this.
ట్రాన్స్పరెంట్ పాలసీ ఇచ్చాం. మా పార్టీ వాళ్ళకి కానీ అధికారులకు కానీ మిత్రపక్షానికి కానీ అపోజిషన్ కూడా హెచ్చరిస్తున్నాం. వాళ్ళేం పతివ్రతలేం కాదు. బురజల్లే కార్యక్రమం చేస్తారు, చేసే భాగవతాలన్నీ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అందరికి వార్నింగ్ ఇస్తున్నా, చాలా స్ట్రిక్ట్ గా ఉంటాం. ఏదైతే పాలసీ పెట్టామో ఈ పాలసీ తూచా తప్పకుండా ట్రూ స్పిరిట్ తో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాల్సిన బాధ్యత ఉంది. అందుకే మేము పాత పాలసీని అంతా కూడా ఇచ్చేసి కొత్త లిక్కర్ పాలసీ తీసుకొచ్చాం. ఈరోజు ఏదైతే ఈ టాస్క్ ఫోర్స్ అండ్ సబ్ కమిటీ ఈ రెండు కూడా వాళ్ళ డ్యూటీ వాళ్ళు చేస్తారు. ఎక్కడ ఏ మాత్రం రాజీ లేకుండా వీళ్ళని కంట్రోల్ చేసే బాధ్యత తీసుకొస్తాం. ఇంకొక పక్కన మూడో కమిటీ కూడా ఒకటి వేశాం. ఎప్పటికప్పుడు ధరలో నియంత్రణ చేసే కమిటీ ఒకటేసాం. ఇది కూడా ఎక్కడికక్కడ మనోహర్ సివిల్ సప్లైస్ మినిస్టర్ యాజ్ చైర్మన్, అదే మరిగా ఇంకొక అచ్చెన్నాయుడు ఇంకొక పక్కన రవి ఇది ఎవరిని పెట్టారు ఇంకొక ఇద్దరిని, సవిత అనదర్ మెంబర్, అంతేనా? ముగ్గురేనా నలుగురా? ముగ్గురు. వీళ్ళ ముగ్గురితో ఒక క్యాబినెట్ ఫైనాన్స్ మినిస్టర్ పి కేశవ్ ఫైనాన్స్ మినిస్టర్, వీళ్ళ నలుగురితో ఒక క్యాబినెట్ సబ్ కమిటీ పెట్టాం. ఎక్కడికక్కడ మానిటర్ చేసి అవసరమైతే ప్రొడక్షన్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఎసెన్షియల్ కమోడిటీస్ కానీ వెజిటబుల్స్ కానీ ఇవన్నీ చేయడానికి ఇంకొక కమిటీ పెట్టాం. ఈ 3 సబ్ కమిటీస్ ఎప్పటికప్పుడు పనిచేస్తూ ఎలక్షన్ మేనిఫెస్టోలో మేము ఏదైతే చెప్పామో దాన్ని అమలు చేయడానికి ఈ 3 సబ్ కమిటీలు పనిచేస్తాయి. ఎప్పటికప్పుడు కేబినెట్ కూడా రిపోర్ట్ చేస్తారు, నాకు కూడా ఎన్ని రిపోర్ట్ చేస్తారు. దీన్ని ఎక్కడికక్కడ మేము ఇది చేసుకుంటూ ముందుకు పోతాం. ఒకటే ఈరోజు చెప్తున్నాను, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో యాంటీ నార్కోటిక్స్ టాస్క్ ఫోర్స్ కూడా పెట్టిన తర్వాత డ్రగ్స్ కూడా పూర్తిగా కంట్రోల్ చేసి ఎక్కడా ఒక చిన్న ఎవరైనా సరే ఈరోజు చెప్తున్నా, మళ్లీ మళ్లీ అపీల్ చేస్తున్నా, గట్టిగా హెచ్చరిస్తున్నా, ఏ క్రైమ్ జరిగినా దాని వెనకాన గంజాయి బ్యాచ్, ఒక బ్లేడ్ బ్యాచ్ ఉంటే దానికి కారణం గంజాయి బ్యాచ్. ఒక చిన్న గొడవ జరిగితే దాని వెనకాన గంజాయి. ఫస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ పేరెంట్స్, ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్, control your people.
In Delhi, viewers, in our national capital, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, along with other senior BJP leaders, arrived at the party headquarters for a crucial Central Election Committee or a CEC meeting, which is focused on the upcoming Maharashtra polls. Now, please understand, the upcoming Maharashtra polls are the great grand polls. Maharashtra is the financial capital of the country. It is the richest state of India. So these polls naturally are extremely crucial for the Bharatiya Janata Party. The gathering aims to strategize and finalize the candidates for the elections, reflecting the BJP's commitment to further strengthening its position in the state. During this meeting, leaders are expected to discuss key issues, campaign strategies and also coordination efforts to further maximize their electoral impact. Shah's presence also underscores the significance of Maharashtra in the Bharatiya Janata Party's broader political agenda of the country, as the party now prepares for the upcoming electoral challenges of Maharashtra. Watch this. In Hyderabad, the Bharat Rashtra Samiti's leader Dasaju Shravan has commented on the High Court's decision to dismiss a petition filed by the IAS officers challenging orders from the Central Administrative Tribunal. Shravan has expressed his support for the court's ruling, emphasizing the importance of adhering to established administrative processes and also accountability within the bureaucratic structure of India. He highlighted that the dismissal reinforces the need for more transparency and discipline among the public civil servants, urging the officials to focus on their duties, roles and responsibilities and to serve the public and eventually the nation more effectively. This ruling has been seen as a significant step, viewers, in upholding the integrity of the entire administrative system in Telangana.
My question is, they may have their right to defend their careers, they may knock the doors of the High Court or any other judicial authority. But what moral authority that these IAS officers would have to enforce an order of a transfer, an order of a posting to a teacher, to a doctor, to a government employee? What cannot be applied to an IAS officer, a transfer or a posting order, how is that can be enforced on a lower grade doctor or a teacher or a government employee? Therefore, before preaching, I think it is important that these IAS officers practice and adhere to the rule of the law. ఇవాళ ఒక వింతైనటువంటి రీతిలో తెలంగాణకు చెందిన కొంతమంది ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్లు వ్యవహరిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ఏ కారణాల చేతనో వీళ్ళు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ క్యాడర్కు అలొకేట్ చేయబడ్డప్పటికీ కూడా స్టేట్ రీఆర్గనైజేషన్ యాక్ట్ ప్రకారంగా వాళ్ళు తెలంగాణలో వాళ్ళ డ్యూటీస్ను డిశ్చార్జ్ చేసినారు. ఇవాళ డిఓపిటి ఎప్పుడైతే నిద్ర లేచిందా లేకపోతే సెంట్రల్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ ట్రిబ్యునల్ ఉత్తర్వులు ఇచ్చిందా, మొత్తానికి వాళ్ళని వాళ్ళ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్కు తిరిగి పోండి అని చెప్పని డిఓపిటి చెప్పిన తర్వాత ఇంకా తాత్సారం చేస్తూ ఇవాళ కోర్టుల చుట్టూ తిరుగుతూ ఇవాళ వాళ్ళని అపహాస్యం చేసుకుంటూ ఇవాళ వాళ్ళని గవర్న్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి ఒక రూల్స్ ను కూడా ఇవాళ వాళ్ళు కోడ్ ఆఫ్ కండక్ట్ రూల్స్ ను కూడా అపహాస్యం చేస్తా ఉన్నారు. వాట్ ఇస్ ద పెయిన్ అండ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ దట్ దీస్ ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్స్ హ్యావ్ టు గో టు.
Shifting focus now to world news, the bodies of 5 Russian climbers have now been retrieved from Mount Dholagiri in Nepal after a search effort that lasted 10 days. The climbers went missing during their expedition, viewers, prompting a comprehensive and a thorough rescue operation involving the local authorities and also the mountaineering teams. Harsh weather conditions and the challenging terrain complicated this retrieval process. This tragic incident has drawn the attention to the risks which are associated with high altitude climbing, highlighting the need for enhanced safety measures in the region. Families and friends of the climbers have been informed, and the authorities are now conducting further investigations into all the circumstances surrounding this tragedy. Take a look.
नवीन भाई बाहिर गर्छु नि फेरि साइड बसिन्छ नि
And that's a wrap on this edition of Primetime News Hour with me, Anukriti Sharma. I shall catch up with all of you once again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Till then, keep watching CVR English for more news and updates.